Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Round Table Talk. Before I end my day, I have to go to the West Lake South Trail. Now, remember earlier we did episodes at Daniel Beach. We also did episodes at Devon Mazel and Eula Johnson State Park, and also we did Ann Cove. We just finished up at Ann Cove Nature Center. This is that Sheridan Street right there, and we was on the north side, and we are on the south side now. And I came across a hidden gem where there is a trail that leads out from a separate trail. Now, the entrance that I walked on was the vehicle entrance. There is a separate trail that's a walking trail for people to enter Ann Cove Nature Center at Westlake Park. And that entrance led to Sheridan Street, and also it led under the bridge and over to the south trail of Westlake Park. Now, I ironically thought that this part of the park was closed off, because when I went over, I seen like the trail area, and I seen like a gate that said the trail, and it had a closed gate, and I was like, what? And I look over here and I see there's a trail, and so I said, why not continue my view? I just missed my bus. The bus was like a minute away or so before, and the next one is in about another 20 so minutes, but I'm probably gonna end up skipping that one too as well, because I ended up doing this, and it was, I didn't know that this existed. I knew there was a trail over here, but I didn't know that the trail went around. I guess this trail is a go around trail. Now, from my understanding, this is only accessed by walking. They do have it where it does have a road, but the road part of the trail is closed off. So it's only accessible, and they do have a sign that it says vehicles not allowed. So I think this is only accessible by walking or biking. So if you ever want to try to come out this way, you can only probably access it by walking, and you can come and you can park your car at Ann Cove Nature Center at Westlake Park, and you walk your way over here. The sun is about to set after a while, so I know eventually I'm going to have to head on out before they start locking the gates here at the park. And this is a bridge with not a lot of safety. This is those little rails that you see on the expressways. They don't have a lot of safety here, so one trip and you fall and you're gone. But okay. Now, I know y'all probably want me to walk all of these trails, but I'm not walking all of these trails. It's evening time. I'm just gonna walk certain areas, and then I'm gonna turn around and head back. If you want to know about these trails, you come out on your own and you walk these trails, because it's getting towards where the sun is about to set, and eventually they're gonna close these parks. And I know eventually they're gonna be like, hey, time to get out of here and stuff like that, because it does have a map, and I did look at the map, but apparently the map says nothing or leads to nothing. So if you want to know about these parks, I do these things for several reasons. Number one, I'm a fan of nature centers and nature parks, and I'm a fan of walking trails and things like that. And then number two, I do it because I want to give my viewers things to see when they come to South Florida, like certain hidden gems like this spot right here, which probably half the people here in South Florida, and even residents that was born here, probably don't know about these areas. So this is something to give the people something to do while they're here in South Florida. You don't have to just go to the beaches and these shopping malls and these places. You can go out to these little parks and nature trails, and go have a little bit of hiking and stuff like that. and certain things to do out of the ordinary. Because when you think of South Florida, you think of the beaches, the shopping, eating and a lot of stuff like that. You don't think of, oh, let's go to on a trail and do hiking on a trail or walking or riding your bike. That's what a lot of the regulars do. But visitors, nah. They're more going on the beach and getting in the water or, and stuff like that. So these are certain things that you do. And that's why I created Hotspots in South Florida. So not only for us regular South Floridians, but visitors of the South Florida area can also take in a lot of these places, whether it's from game rooms, family fun centers, theme parks, amusement parks, parks, historical parks, history parks, museums, nature trails, walking trails, things of that nature. Places like this where, it's something for a lot of people to do. And I think you got to turn around and go back the other way with this. And I think that's where exactly. Oh no. I'm done. It's already late, so I'm done. I'm not gonna be out here too long. This is another trail that's a long trail, and I just want to give you an outlook of the trail. If you want to know more of these trails, you can come out here to these trails. You can take a view. You can walk these trails and stuff like that. If you know more about this trail, you can comment at the bottom of this trail. If you want to know more info about it, you can look it up as well. And you can also, email me, roundtable00@yahoo.com. Yeah, I'm going to be heading back that way. Hopefully I can make this next bus departure from here so I can head back to, I want to say civilization, but not civilization. But, I just want to get out of this area because I was debating on, should I do something here or should I not do something here? But who knows? But okay, this is the south side of kolb. This is West Lake, South Trail here, and this is a hidden gem. I didn't know people walk this, but this is an exercising exercise. So if you want to come out and exercise, this is a good thing to do. But I would have never guessed. But hey. Because upon walking this, I ended up was going out to catch the bus, and I was saying, I was gonna get the bus and head out back to the West End, and I was like, dang, I missed the bus. And upon walking, I was like, oh, maybe I could access the other trail, which in reality I could. So I ended up coming around and I said, oh, this is another hidden trail. So I said I can do another episode, and see if I can get anything out of this episode, which and remotely I did. Now we're back at the full center of this. Now this is probably where the other side of the trail leads to, this way, but in reality I really didn't want to do all of that walking and do all of that extra walking because it is getting late. The sun is about to set, and sooner or later this park will be starting to close, and it will be starting to get to where it is going to be locking the gates and everything. So I didn't want to get stranded, but I see there's people that still walking the trail, so the park may still be a little bit open. Certain parks are open to like 10 at night. Like most county parks are open to like 10 at night, but a lot of these nature centers and these nature parks, they start closing a little bit earlier than 10. They start closing like maybe 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening because a lot of nature wildlife comes out at night. So when they do come out, it's more of a watch out for these critters and watch out for these animals because they come out at night. So instead of having the park open, they just rather close the park so a lot of these people can see that these cannot have access to these parks where a lot of animals come out at night. Like Lakeside closes at 2. They used to close at 3, but they ended up closing at 2. And I guess because of the wildlife and the nature that's in the park, and also as well, I'm sorry to say, if y'all was paying attention, I was using the restroom while recording. That's why I stopped, and I know you can probably see it in my shadow, but I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was using the restroom, but at the same time, I didn't want to say nothing because this is YouTube. But at the same time, this is a trail. This is interesting. I'm going to be heading back in a little bit, because this side of the park doesn't have a restroom, and the restrooms there at Kolb I think was closed, because I know the exhibit hall, or the where they have the gift shop and everything, was closed. They closed at 5. Excuse me 1 second. So I had to take a drink. So the exhibit area was closed, and the restrooms are inside, so they was closed off. So as always, I had to do with nature. When nature calls, I had to give back to nature. So this is interesting. So I'm gonna head back this way just in case anything pops off where they start locking doors and locking gates and stuff like that to where I can't get in and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go back this way. But this is one of the most dangerous things I've seen. Like when you walk these areas, you normally have like guard gates and guardrails and gates. These are like the little barriers that you see on the expressway, and you can easily fall into the water with these. And this is, and this side of the park, you can tell that there is no like park officials that come out here. They probably come out here like maybe once a day to ride the trails when they little golf carts and stuff like that, but they don't come out here as often as you would think. So it will only be like, how do they manage out here and things, because I don't see garbage cans, I don't see benches, I don't see parking lot where you can park your car. I think you park at Kolb Nature Center parking lot, and then you can walk over here, because I think that's the only way you can access this. Even though this is called Westlake Park, I think you have to access it through Kolb with your vehicles. I don't know, maybe you can access it with vehicles. Maybe they do have a parking area, but I don't know. Well, I'll see once I get, because I want to make sure that I'm in an area that I'm safe to get to. I got to get back to civilization. So let's see how this works. But anyway, there's a gate here, and this is one of the gates I've been on and I walked through. But these rocks can hurt your feet. One thing I can say, when you come out to these nature trails, have on the proper walking attire. Even though I have on sneakers, you gotta have on walking shoes. Whether it's boots or whatever, you gotta have on some walking shoes that is good for walking. Sneakers are good, but you have to have comfortable walking sneakers as well, because walking this area, it'll get you. It will get you. And that is the hardest part of it. So, yeah. But we're going back to the front end where, yep. Just look at the time frame, because now it's going to have a time frame where it's going to tell you when this park closes and anything of that nature. It has, where is it? The park is Eastern Standard Time, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time, 8 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Binoculars and wildlife observation are encouraged. Environmentally sensitive area. Please stay on designated trails only. Authorized vehicles only. Domestic animals or pets are not allowed. No motorized vehicles. Please do not litter. Pack out all trash. It's unlawful to feed wildlife or remove plants, animals, or artifacts. No grills or ground fires. No swimming or wading in any water bodies. No trespassing after park closing. For questions or comments about Westlake Park and Kolb Nature Center, please call this number. Now this is where I'm at. There is one of the trails. This trail ended, and then there was another trail that went up, but I really didn't want to take that trail. Bridge. Oh, look. There is an observation bridge as well. So, okay, we're going back to here. And now we're going to head out. I'm going to show you how I ended up on this trail. This is part of the, and this is Westlake Park South Trail. Oh, the bridge is coming out. We get to see the bridge come up. Oh, because there are boats that's coming this way. So we get to see the bridge come up. Sheridan Street Bridge. So okay, so I walked this area. This is under the Sheridan Street area. And you get to see the bridge. And the bridge is actually moving up as well. And I guess because of these two boats, they have to go, or it might be another boat that's coming. I think it's these two boats. But this is the end. And that's a party boat as well. And this is Sheridan Street. And so we're back here. And I'm going to show you the entrance of the way that I've ended up entering. This is the walkway I went, but apparently he did walking. But this is the walkway. See, the bridge is going up. So now I'm going to show you the way that I came in to get to the side of the park. Now, I didn't do the whole trail because it's a long trail. I just gave a little tour of the trail, so you can get an understanding of it. So this is Sheridan Street, and this right here will be the pedestrian entrance to Kolb Nature Center here at Westlake Park. And I'm going to show you the entrance to that. And we are going to go here. Apparently Buddy was exercising because he started running. So, okay. Now, here is, now from here I can just go on up and then just get to the bus stop. Because the bus stop is in front at the park entrance there. And here is where I'm at now, and I went all the way to go here. There is an observation tower, but I didn't want to do the observation tower. So let's go back into this area and Kolb Nature Center. Now I thought I was done, but when I stumbled upon this, I was like, oh. Now I may come back to this park to do another viewing and to do another hangout, in the near future, because I have not walked that whole trail, so I may do another. And of course, this is the entrance, and this is the pedestrian entrance. This is not the car entrance, because I don't think you can have a car entrance to the Westlake Park South Trail. So, the exhibit hall closes at 5. The office closed at 5:30, and of course we did the other things. So now we're back here at Kolb Nature Center. So we are done. And it probably would have took me longer if I would have did the trail. Like if I would have went further into the trail, it probably would have took me longer. But I just didn't want to go through the whole trail, so I just ended up cutting it cut. So okay, this is it. So once again, I thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out the videos from earlier. We visited Dania Beach as well as Dania Beach Fishing Pier. We visited the Von D. Mizell and Eula Johnson State Park. We did a 2-part episode there. We did a food review at the Whiskey Creek Hideout, where snack shop, restaurant, whatever you want to call it. And then we came here to the Kolb Nature Center at Westlake Park. And now we have stumbled upon the Westlake Park South Trail, and now we are at the end of our day. I thank y'all for watching this episode and for watching all of our episodes in today's Dania Beach and Broward County Dania Beach Hollywood visit. Excuse me. As always, stay safe, stay blessed, stay hydrated. I never get that in the order. Stay blessed, stay safe, stay blessed, stay hydrated. And I will see you soon in the next few episodes of the Roundtable Talk. I am your host, C Money. I'm going to see when this next bus comes because I probably missed the one that I was supposed to catch. But we'll catch you in the next episode. Take care. I'm going the wrong way. But take care, and I'll see you in the next episode. All right.